Hello guys, this is Vic from Drop the Spotlight. Welcome to uh, the Mark Wrestling Podcast, guys. So yes, originally we were on Mixer, and now we're on Twitch with the changes. So yeah, um, this episode will be the Unplugged episode. We're gonna talk a little bit about me, basically as a wrestling fan, as well as why I'm doing this, as well as to showcase the need of wrestling and proper podcasting. I'm not saying everything is bad out there and whatnot. It's just it needs different views. It needs a different persona, a different way to see things as a fan. We as fans see stuff as we want to see. Like for instance, Mark. You know, the perception of Mark was the person inside the the persona of wrestling, or the huge fan of would believe anything out there. Uh, so yes, this is the main reason why I called it the Mark, because I'm a Mark, but to per se. I do enjoy knowing what's in the background of wrestling as well as history, and I want to accept the kayfabe that a lot of wrestling promotions do. You know, engulf in the story. Don't be that asshole that goes, "Oh man, it's gonna do this. Look, guys, it's gonna do that." No, no. These wrestlers work too hard. People be, people backstage work too hard. When you paid your God earnest your your money for that, go and watch the wrestling. Don't be that asshole. Oh, I bought a ticket. I could do this and I could do that. Yeah, you can do that. But the person behind you will probably be me. 6'3", 280-pound guy will probably beat the shit out of you. And then you're gonna wonder, why is he doing that to me? Because as a fan, I paid my ticket. But uh, I'm trying to paint a picture that I am not that type of person. I want to engulf. I want to see the story, feel it, feel like I'm part of the action. So that's why I love all aspects of wrestling. You know, don't care if it's the beauty pageant of WWE or to the gymnastic stuff of AEW to the indies. You know, there's stories out there. There's talented wrestlers that portray these stories. You know, so they are the ones that are not only showcasing it through their ways, they're making it better than reality TV, which it has been for years. For years. So I took that name, the Mark. I was like, you know what? There's no podcast name about that. Let's do the Mark Wrestling Podcast. You know, and then we deliver. We talk about kayfabe. We talk about things wrestling related. I'm saying we. I'm like fuck. Like what I like to watch. What I like to say. You know, if you don't like it, it's okay. There's no other places to go to. And if you dig it, chime along in the chat. You know. I love sitting down with friends that are big wrestling fans, and we go one on one. We talk about what do we want to see, and, and what we feel like seeing. And that's how sometimes rumors start, but because that's what we really want to see. Like, oh, we want to see this wrestler here. We want to see this happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So rumors start through that aspect. You don't know if it's real or fake, but that's the beauty of wrestling. That is the beauty. So the Mark Wrestling Podcast, we started about, I don't want to say 2 years ago. It was streamed on Mixer, and I enjoyed our time there. I did it once a month for a bit, and then Drop Spotlight got so very hectic and busy. I decided to shelf it for a bit, and then came back to it. I was doing it weekly until COVID hit. So it sucks, but yeah, that's how life rolls, you know. You'll be given some cards. You will get your wins and you'll get your losses, but it's how you adapt to it, what you do next. So look at my background, like the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Improved on that. The little logo there. So yeah, this looks much better than it has in years. So I dig that. So I do want to do more. I want to interview some wrestlers in the future on the show and talk kayfabe. You know, like, are you gonna win that match? Or you got that pay-per-view coming up? Do you got your stuff like that? You know, we'll keep it kayfabe, but at the same time, explore more of the character of the wrestler. You know, not that much is being shown these days, and the wrestlers that are very successful right now show a character, not emotion, character. So you could sit down and be like, John Moxley's a crazy son of a bitch. He likes to drink beer. He likes to run around. He likes to have fun. He likes to just, you know, the stories upon that wrestler is added on there. So when you look at that person, it's a legit guy, like a legit danger. It's the personality of the character. Doesn't matter if you're heel or face, you know, it's the character. So yeah. So this show I do want to do interviews. You know, I'm accustomed to do for Drop Spotlight. Pardon me. I don't want to really do rumor mill, Dave Meltzer type of bullshit. Why? I love to read it through, you know, the dirt sheets, because, you know, we all like to read. We all like to gain that knowledge. But at the same time, why should me, a person that's not in the wrestling thing, I don't want to be like a Dave Meltzer, like these other dirt sheet type places and people. So
how'd you get inside my computer in the first place?
I'll show you a little bit.
Okay.
COVID. so yeah. I'm not Dave Meltzer. I'm not gonna be spewing out, you know, facts, but my premise is to talk about storylines, talk about the wrestling, even to the point where, like, discuss, do we like that storyline? Do we not like that storyline? Do we think that wrestler should be doing that? Should be participating in that storyline? You know, it's basically an argument, pro and cons. You know, like right now, to me, Bayley's the hottest heel in women's wrestling. She should be in a storyline with what's her name again? Alexa Bliss's friend. No. Bailey, those belts, you know, I like her as the heel. I want to see more of her against non-crazy people, but more like, I enjoy her stuff with Lacey Evans, you know. And I think she's out right now with injury, but if they can do another set together, that'd be awesome. Like, maybe even pull somebody up from NXT. You know, I know they're talking about the four horsewomen like do that. Nah, nah, not yet. But why not a dangerous group like how Paulie Dangerously or Paul Heyman had in WCW with Stunning Steve Austin, Medusa, you know, throw the aspect of a male in there for Bailey, you know, like maybe kind of like what they're doing now with Andrade and sorry guys, my mind's been a bit of blistering fuck right now, but give her a small stable, not just Sasha. I'm bored of Sasha. I see Sasha, I change the channel. That's just me. It's just me. Everybody else, I know people love her. It's all good. We all have our opinions, but nah. I feel that Sasha can go a different direction. Bailey could be at Becky Lynch heights. Right now, she's close to Charlotte Flair heights. Not there yet, but she could be there and surpass that. And who will you say I might try to put in there? I think Bailey could benefit with somebody like a Robert Stone from NXT. You see this buffling buffoon trying to sign people, and then he signs the biggest, hottest wrestler in WWE right now, which is Bailey. So he signs her and builds a stable around her. And it won't be a full horseman type deal, full horsewomen type deal, but I see it as being maybe a Dangerously group from the WCW time. Well, I forgot the name of that, from Paulie Dangerously. Like, you could have a Bailey, you could have Robert Stone could pick up maybe a wrestler that's being used right now from NXT that could transition to Raw, SmackDown. Maybe a Dejanovac. Was it Donovan Dejanovac? What that? I can't pronounce his name, but like something like somebody with him. Bailey. Maybe a SmackDown Women's Wrestler as well. So it'll transition NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Robert Stone. So the person that couldn't get with a buffoon getting run over by a tank by Shotzi Black Sky or Blackwell or whatever. Sorry guys with my name, man. It's just been a weird morning. But hear me out. Imagine that group led by Bailey with a Donovan. With let's say hell, bring somebody that's going to be going from NXT and move them to SmackDown, and they could be part of the Robert Stone group. and that maximizes it. Bailey's good as a mouthpiece, but imagine with her with someone else than Sasha Banks, and then she has a crowd, a group behind her. It gives you goosebumps because now you see her not only as a Charlotte Flair, not only as a Becky Lynch, you see her in her own area, own division, own country, because you don't have a Sasha Banks there. You don't have the remnants of years before NXT, years before Raw and SmackDown. You see now with a Becky Lynch what Becky Lynch did as a man. You could do that totally with Bailey. The hugging crap, she evolved from that and it just blew up. So she's a monster heel. So her, in my opinion, we could do if they could do that. That could be for a year and a half worth of wrestling stories right there. Because it could be similar to what the NWO did in WCW. So Robert Stone will still continue recruiting. So let's say he tried recruiting Leo Shiree. Then she says no to Robert Stone. Then you see Bailey come out. He goes, no one. Tell us no. And then you see them fighting off. And then every time Leo Shiree's at a match, you'll see Robert Stone and Bailey just walk out and just, get her attention and make her on a losing streak and keep on doing it until Leo Shiree and Bailey get in the match, and it'll be pretty heated. It can go on for a couple of months. That will be amazing. That will be awesome. Okay, that's something different. And that's what we do here at the Mark Wrestling Podcast. We want to continue kayfabe. We want stories. We want out of the box stories where we'll actually sit down and watch. None of this crap that we're fed these days. I watched Impact Wrestling last night for the first time on Access TV using my Sling for the first time in years. So I was like, I'll check out Impact, I was a big TNA fan back in the day, as well as Impact Wrestling, all the way up till, I think, after EC3 left, and then that one cat got there, Drew Galloway, which is now Drew McIntyre, current WWE champion. But that's when I stopped watching it, really. And so I got a taste of it. Oh, I love the build-up they have with Eddie Edwards and for that world title match they're going to have, I believe, this Saturday. For their pay-per-view, like, who's going to come back? Who's going to do this? Which is cool. And then Eddie Edwards and another wrestler called Austin something. But he looks like a fucking world champion. The way he talks. He's so young, but he displays it. He genifies it, When you look at him, you're like, dude, that's a world champion right there. He's young. But it was good. It was good. Good build up. But it was every other minute they showed that same thing. I was waiting for wrestling. They had a backyard brawl with Tommy Dreamer and Rhino. No, it wasn't Dreamer. It was Rhino and Hernandez over money. Which is cool. Then they go back to more tape stuff. And more tape stuff. The promos. I didn't like it. Changed the channel back to Big Bang Theory. I'm going to try to give Impact more of my time of day, but my time is busy. My time is money. So if I can't get invested in your show, I'm going to change the channel. I'm not going to read the dirt sheet papers about your company, because then why would I care? And then I'm going to be like the other fans where they forget. One of the things that's good about dirt sheets, it keeps people's names in the news, positive or negative. That's one of the only two things that's good about dirt sheets, because it keeps the name ringing, the name going. So, it helps out in that aspect. But yeah, it was pretty damn boring. I'm not gonna lie. The Hernandez and Rhino thing, it just didn't get into it. I'm a big Hernandez mark as well. So, but either way, that was one time. Will I see the review this 18th? I don't know. But we'll see what happens. And maybe I might tune in again on Access this coming Tuesday, and see what the fallout from the pay-per-view. I really think it's going to be EC3 that comes out there. But I've been told, or not told, but rumors is that it could be Bully Ray, because his contract ended with Ring of Honor. Do we want Bully Ray back in TNA? No. I'm not a fan of Bully Ray. It's life. But EC3 is money. And also the Good Brothers as well. Machine Gun Carl Anderson and I forgot the other guy's name. It's my Monday, guys. Chill. But a lot of the people that had their contracts taken because of the COVID, a lot of people are available. So we saw FTR at AEW. We'll get to AEW in a little bit, but if it is Impact, EC3's money, dude. I don't know what the fuck WWE did to bury EC3. I don't know if he farted on somebody. Or what, this guy's money, dude. He has it. Not only the body, the look, but the personality. This guy can be your face of your company. Give him this, don't give him the storyline. Let him be him. Let him work where he wants to work. That's all I gotta say about that. Moving on from Impact, 'cause I got bored with Impact. But pardon me with this, my Diet Coke. I'm gonna get a little bit of phlegm. It's just that air outside. But yeah, AEW. I've been a fan of it as a start. There's no war going on Wednesday nights, guys. It's a battle. Every Wednesday it's a battle. It's not a war. If it was a war, AEW will be on Monday nights. Because the main WWE show is Raw. Always remember that if it was a Wednesday night war, and people are paying it because they want the fans to check it out. No, the war is on Mondays. Until AEW gets a show on TNT on Monday nights at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. my time, or 10 p.m. That's a war. Right now you're on the low brand. Your show is against the low brand, which is okay. Because you're still fine-tuning it. You're still new. You're still finding your stories. You're still finding your fans. You're still finding who you are. I just gotta say, Jericho's fucking amazing. Chris Jericho is amazing on that show. Commentator. Champion. Dude, before the COVID happened, people were singing his theme song, and that was epic. That made newsreels. So Chris Jericho is a real deal. Holyfield. He personifies what a heel should be. Le Champion. I dig it. That guy's face. I was a little disappointed that Hangman didn't become the original inaugural world champion, because Hangman looks like a world champion, man. Don't get me wrong. The drinking thing, they're still building personality to these wrestlers. I'm so glad that there's AEW Dark that's giving more storylines out there with their growth of their pardon me, of the roster. So AEW Dark is doing really good for Jurassic Express, Best Friends. Oh my god, those guys during that, when COVID was really bad, they had it good. I was really hoping they would win the AEW Tag Team Championships tonight of Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. That was an amazing fight. There was a newsreel opening where Trent got dropped off. They got dropped off by Trent's mom on little soccer mom vehicles, and that was epic. Something you wouldn't see anywhere else, and they did it, and that generated people out there to watch online as well as the show. So AEW, I like it. Le Champion, John Moxley's and build himself. I'm loving the commentary team. Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone. Hell, I like Excalibur, man. He's to the point. He delivers. He's like the indie commentator, delivering to Tony Schiavone like the play-by-play, and then the color will be Jim Ross. But I'm enjoying them all three. They blend. It's like they're having fun, big time fun. And one of the breakout stars that I didn't mention is Dr. Britt Baker. Holy moly! I know she's injured right now. She's out for a while, but her things that she was doing, like, it's awesome. Like where she's getting this kind of stuff. And right now she's like the role model. She's being rolled down in a wheelchair by a wrestler Rebel, but she's calling herself Reba. I think it's hilarious. I think it's fun, and her interactions with Tony Schiavone is classic, instant classic. They feed off each other so much. You can see like Tony Schiavone becoming like awkward talking, and then you'll see Britt like, Tony, walk away, Tony, and it's just hilarious. It's just funny. So I'm really enjoying Dr. Britt Baker. When she comes back from the injury, she has to be world champ. She has to be the women's champion. She has to be women's champion. She's doing amazing. I'm digging her, and then stuff with Big Swole as well. It's just fun. So when I watch AEW, it's fun wrestling. I do want more storylines. I feel there's too much still on the Elite, as well as there needs to be more variety, however you pronounce that word, for the storyline. So maybe something as wicked as I'm loving. Okay, moving on. I'm loving what they're doing with Cody Rhodes in the TNT Championship. He's challenging wrestlers, even they're not signed, to come out and wrestle him for the TNT Championship. I think he has Sunny Kiss tonight to wrestle. And then last week he had a former NWA World Television Champion, Ricky Starks, on there. Big Ricky Starks fan from the NWA Power Show. I'm liking that with Cody. What Cody's doing, it's giving wrestlers opportunities to wrestle him. I like it. I'm liking the Dark Order stuff. I think they could do more with it. With Evil Uno and Mr. Brody Lee. I'm liking it a lot. And now they got Colt Cabana. I'm really liking that part. They're delivering on there as well. I know they're slowly building up Brian Cage with Taz as a mouthpiece. Whoever thought about that, get a raise. It's huge, and that's smart. Because you're building Brian Cage as a monster athlete. And he already looks like a monster athlete already. But with the words coming out from Taz's mouth and the way Taz can talk, dude, no brainer. Now he's the FTW champion. I think he defended it last night on Dark against Brian Pillman Jr. I believe so. I think I saw something about someone shared that on Twitter. But yeah, it's my hair, guys. The COVID hair. Fuck off. But yeah, AEW, I'm enjoying it. They need more storylines, but I understand they're still fairly new and they're still seeing what works and what doesn't work from their formula. Which is okay, they're experimenting, they're seeing what they believe could be their alpha and their omega, Any kayfabe story I want to see is I really do want to see maybe more from I'll say it again, Hangman Adam Page. I see him more of a star. I'm a big fan of Kenny Omega as well. Kenny is an amazing technical wrestler. He is their Bret Hart. But I do want to see that tag team disevolve. I do want to see Adam Page on his own. Maybe not create a group of his own, but be like the Blackheart, you know, like, I can do it. I don't need the Bucks. I don't need Cody. I don't need Kenny Omega. I can do it on my own. And, you know, get that story going. Or he's doing it on his own. Hell, maybe you get a match, let's say, against the Dark Order, and he's fighting Brody Lee, and then Dark Order's there, and then you see the Bucks come out, as well as Cody and Kenny Omega, and then you'll see Adam Page say, "Stop, no, I can do this on my own," while he getting his ass beat by the whole Dark Order, and he'll be saying stop, and then you'll see the Bucks, Kenny, Cody. The camera pans at them, and it looks sad, they look anxious, like, man, I want to help him, but he's telling me to stop and not to do it. And then you'll see them later on. I mean, they could do little videos like, "We want to help you, Adam. You're our boy. We want you to succeed. Be with us." And you'll see Adam Page like just being a third wheel, just like looking to the window or something. So that this involvement can to go on for a while, you know. Hell, maybe he could win Cody's TNT title, or the TNT title if someone else beats Cody. He wins it, he could be like, "I did this on my own, I did it, ha ha ha." You know, like, build that Adam Page, you know, that drunken buffoon. You know, those drunks that like, "I can do it, I can do it myself. I don't need these sons of bitches to do it," you know. Get those kind of drunken buffoons. Because we all seen them. I feel Adam could do that. Excel. Then later on, he could be reunited with them, you know what I mean? Like, do an emotional thing, you know. Or he saves them. Maybe in a year or two after solidifying something, he could do it. He saves them and then does a reunion, you know. Something with emotion, but you know the story. Or he had to do it on his own. He fought, and he did do it, and he continued doing it. But he looked back and finally realized those are his boys, those are his friends that always been there for him. So he had to be there for them. That would be an epic storytelling. I think that would do really well on that. And also, I think it can make more of a superstar for Hangman Page. This guy is a superstar, guys. He is a superstar. So, changing gears. I have a wild imagination. That's why I think of some of this stuff for the Mark Wrestling podcast. I know with Ricky Starks coming out on TNT, being signed by AEW, and then Brian Pillman Jr., who is still signed with a wrestling promotion MLW, but he's currently working with AEW, you know, because contract allows him. I'm a big fan of Thunder Rosa from NWA, the current NWA World Women's Champion. But imagine something similar happens with her and Sakura, which is the current AEW Women's Champion. Or let's say after match, a hooded female wrestler, female person just comes out of the crowd and starts attacking her, and then when the hoodie comes down, it's Thunder Rosa's half face, and then the camera pans in and then pans out, and then Thunder Rosa gets the mic and she goes, "So this is your woman's champion? Ha. Ha." And she could say something else. I don't know what else to say, but then she could just drop the mic on that person, and then takes off her sweater. And when she takes it off, the NWA World Women's title's around her waist. And then she puts her foot on top of Sakura, and just looks up with her hands like that. And then you hear Tony like, what's going on? What's going on? You hear Excalibur, that's Thunder Rosa, that's Thunder Rosa. And then Jim will also be like, what the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on? What's she doing that to our women's champion? And then you see a panic backstage, Thunder Rosa being there. Like, and then it could actually become a storyline like, are they being protected at in the ringside? You know, you got these fans, these wrestlers, and then it could develop later on, like the following week. Hana Sakamura, I can't pronounce these words, but she could be like, you know, I didn't appreciate Thunder Rosa coming out. I challenge, not challenge yet, but just say like, if a bigger woman come out here, and then you'll see that the Titantron or Turnatron goes up, and it's Thunder Rosa in front of that fucking Alamo with a mic, and just like, you know, I'm not there at Daly's place because I'm at a better place right now. When she has the NW Women's title, I'm here in San Antonio, Texas, staying safe and having fun. So if I want to go to another place, you know, saying the place, so our people are going to start getting like, oh my god, is she going to AEW? Is she still with NWA? Where is she going? And then I will end you. And I know in September, Thunder Rosa has that wrestling promotion, Mission Pro Wrestling in Buda, Texas, in September. So imagine this: Thunder Rosa's wrestling in that match, and all of a sudden, out of the crowd comes this hooded wrestler, attacks Thunder Rosa, and then it's revealed as the NWA Women's Champion, Hana Sakamura. And then she has her NWA Women's title on her waist, and then she puts her foot on Thunder Rosa. She's on the floor in her own wrestling promotion, and walks off. And then that Wednesday, when Sakamura or something going on, oh, you know what? Let's do it this way. When AEW Dynamite starts off, you'll see Thunder Rosa climb out of the crowd, get a mic, walk in, and says, I demand Sakamura right now. I demand you to come out. You attacked me at my own wrestling match and promotion, Mission Pro Wrestling in Buda, Texas. I want you now. I want you to, you know, and start challenging. And then all comes out Kenny Omega. Now watch. Kenny comes out and goes, I'm the vice president of AEW, and I'm also coming, like, want to know why you're here, why you're attacking our wrestlers, and this and that, and Thunder, and then Thunder and him can go back and forth, him and Kenny Omega, talking about, you know, we're here for the best wrestling and this and that. And so Kenny's like, all right, tonight, headlining Dynamite, it'll be Thunder Rosa versus Hana Sakamura. Title versus title. So Thunder Rosa agrees. They're having their match. But then Kenny Omega comes to the sideline, to the side of the ring, just to make sure the title is protected. And then you see someone from the crowd grab him by the throat and starts choking him. This blonde hair starts choking him. And then you'll see it's the person next to him starts attacking him. Another guy, two guys. And one of them is Nick Aldis, the NWA World's Champion. And the blonde hair woman that's attacking him is what's her name from NWA Power, his protege. They're attacking Kenny Omega. Hana Sakamura is distracted. And Thunder Rosa does her move. 1, 2, 3. Match is over. Thunder Rosa's AEW World Women's Champion and NWA World Women's Champion. Then in walks in Nick Aldis. I forgot the other girl's name. Someone else from the Strictly Business Group. They all shake hands and hug Thunder Rosa, and they give her a Strictly Business jacket. She puts it on, and they all put their hands up, and she becomes part of Strictly Business, which is part of NWA Power. But at the same time, it shows like it makes more of a story. So now you have Nick Aldis and Kenny Omega for a future match, and then you have Strictly Business in AEW still going hot, and they're still promoting NWA. And then you'll have Thunder Rosa later on challenging the rest of the AEW roster. And she rolls through them. And then guess who's the savior of AEW? She's your role model. Dr. Britt Baker's back. She's pissed off. And she's going after everybody. And eventually, let's say at a pay-per-view for AEW, she beats Thunder Rosa 1, 2, 3 and becomes AEW World Women's Champion because she's your role model. Imagine that storytelling. And that was just something that I was just thinking about for a while. Like, why can't they do this? Why can't they do that? Obviously, not everyone's going to like it, but it's good for NWA because it keeps NWA Power and the wrestlers fresh. It keeps AEW fresh with additional wrestlers that are not on their payroll. They could probably pay for a while, but they could not the full amount AEW pays, but they could get discounts. Promote Thunder Rosa and her women's thing. Keep Nick Aldis out there. And creates a rivalry between Nick Aldis and Kenny Omega. I think it will be fantastic. Those matches will be fantastic. Why I see Kenny Omega becoming NWA World Champion. And then later on, of course, Nick Aldis will win it back. But that will keep it going. I think that'll be fun, not only for fans, but keep it fresh. It'll get more eyes to the product. You know, think with the box open, you know? Or, you know, smash those fucking doors, you know? And get more of my little bit of Diet Coke, you know? So lastly, we'll talk about WWE. NXT, I love it. I love NXT. Well, I've been loving it for years. I'm a big fan of Punishment Martinez, which is Damian Priest on NXT. And, man, guy I love his deep voice, like, hey, you're gonna do that. It just sounds fun, sounds rowdy, you know, and I dig that. I really, really dig that. So, Damian Priest, I've been digging him. I'm liking the faction that has Rachel Gonzalez and not Tegan Knox. Is it Tegan Knox? No. Well, like they're kind of like the Shawn Michaels and Diesel pairing from the early '90s, which I'm a big fan of the early '90s. I know people don't like that era. I do. It was more storyline driven. Not really, but you know, it was fun. But I enjoyed those wrestlers on NXT. Keith Lee, dude, enough said, man. You bask in your glory, bro. North American champion and NXT champion. Do you deserve it, bro? You're out of sight, man. Stuff you do as a big man is fucking awesome, bro. I can't wait to see you and and SmackDown challenging for that Universal title soon against what's his name, Braun Strowman. I see that being money. Money. But yes, Keith Lee is the NXT World Champion after beating I'm still getting my brain farts, guys. Big time brain farts. Adam Cole, baby. See what I saw there? I did there. And it was an amazing match. I give it up to both men. They did an amazing. But Keith Lee was a victor. So what do we see for Keith Lee now? I know that they're trying to push out their Karrion Kross. Nah, not right now. That should be a squash match with Karrion Kross. Well, I do feel I like to see maybe something not with John Novak. They had some epic matches, but for a title match, and John Novak's not up there yet. I'm thinking maybe someone on the main roster to come down to NXT and challenge Keith Lee. You know, start a rivalry, and they'll still be on the main roster, but just come to. They have to bask in his glory, you know. And who from the main roster? I don't know. I don't know who could be up for that. You know, I was thinking maybe Samoa Joe, but he's still hurt. I would love to see Brock Lesnar. Yeah, right. But imagine Brock Lesnar versus Keith Lee for the NXT World Championship. Epic. Epic. A 25-minute beatdown, flips, and stuff like that. That'd be epic. But thinking about the main rosters, like who's left? Who can go down to NXT and challenge for the NXT World Title? That's a good question. Closest person is Dolph Ziggler. This guy can do it. He's reliable. He does it all. If not The Miz. If not The Miz. But I really would love to see Brock Lesnar and Keith Lee tangle it up. That'd be epic. Or you could have Roman Reigns go down there and you're like, so this is your house now? Well, I'm gonna pee all over your yard because this is my house now. And do something with Roman Reigns. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I know with the COVID situation and Roman having that stuff with his cancer previously, like, you know, we can't risk it, you know. But that'd be cool. I dig that. I would dig that. But NXT is good, man. I'm loving the competition from the women's as well as the men. You know, they're doing really well. Undisputed Era. Do I think they're moving to? Good question. Do I think they're moving to main roster? Yeah. Yeah. Adam Cole, the whole group. I think they're all moving to the main roster. Adam Cole for sure. And they're gonna slowly build up those guys over there. Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish. You know, they're money. They're money. And then being on the main roster would be good. I would like that. I would love to see Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, even Roderick, go at it with the New Day. Big E, Coffee, and our boy Xavier Woods. Pardon me again. I would love to see that because I know Xavier's still recovering from his injury, But once he's ready, I would love to see those matches going on, between the Undisputed Era. That'd be cool. That'd be fire. But yeah. And they can go on for a while and win the tag championships and go back and forth, As for Adam Cole, I see him doing some solid matches with AJ Styles. Maybe even become the Intercontinental Champion for a while. AJ is really, really good. I'm a huge AJ mark. Love his wrestling, his ideals, his gaming passion. But he knows how to wrestle. He knows how to carry a storyline and broaden it. So yes. Yes. I do want to see maybe Adam Cole versus AJ Styles. I know some people on Twitter were wanting maybe Seth Rollins and do maybe even try to get Seth Rollins thing with Buddy Murphy as a Messiah. Maybe even try to draw someone out of the Undisputed Era. Maybe let's say Kyle O'Reilly, but I don't really see that being fun and adventurous. I think that would be more like But yes. I'm gonna try to do the Mark Wrestling podcast every Wednesday morning, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and just talk about wrestling storylines we want to see, what we have seen so far, and then going outside of that, who's my Mount Rushmore, which was my favorite match from 1997. Categories and themes to go in. What did I like about WCW? What I didn't like about WCW? What I like about ECW? What I didn't like about ECW? Stuff like that, and maybe even do like a pay-per-view thing or watch it on Prime. I think they have a CZW as well as other wrestling promotions on Amazon Prime. Maybe we could do that. Because we all, for Mark Wrestling Podcast, I want to encompass everything. Everything wrestling related, not just the big two, AEW and WWE, but also, Ring of Honor, Impact. Impact stopped putting me to sleep. And CZW, shit, maybe even watch The Wrestler. So we can do stuff like that, guys. So just check it out. This video will be uploaded on YouTube later on. Follow me on Twitch, UTSA Deli. I stream FIFA 19 as well as WWE 2016. I'm doing the My Career mode. I finally won a match yesterday, so be sure to come along and continue the journey with us. As well as I stream on Drop Spotlight as well, Twitch TV.com/Drop Spotlight. Yeah. So check me out. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/UTSA Deli, and let's communicate there, guys. Tell me your wrestling stories. Let's liven it up, y'all. This is Vic from Drop Spotlight. We'll see you at the cons.